Hi guys, it's time now to do the second oil and filter change on me 2020 Enfield Trials. So the odometer reading now sits at 1008 kilometres. The first oil and filter change I did at 250 kilometres, and like I said, it's got 1008 on it now, so I've done roughly 758 kilometres. So I did have plans on doing it 750 kilometres or 500 kilometres after I did the first change, but there was a change and I'd put up a few quick kilometres, so I thought I'd run it up to a neat 1000 kilometres before I did the change. At the moment I'm still running the magnet underneath, which is sitting there, so it'll be interesting when I drop this oil out of this. We'll have a quick look at that magnet and see what rubbish it's picked up during that 750 kilometres it's been sitting under there. Hopefully pulling out a bit of rubbish out of the motor as the oil's been circulating through it. So we'll get into it, and I'll just brief through it and just show you a few little clips as it goes through. If you want to see the full detail on how to do this oil and filter change on a Classic 500, I'll put a link in the description. So at this stage I've dropped the oil, so we'll go over and have a look at the magnetic sump plug in it. This time my screen itself appears to be a lot cleaner compared to the first one I pulled out at 250 k's. So there's nowhere near, just a little bit of rubbish, but nothing serious. The magnetic plug itself has got a little bit of fine magnetic particles on it there. The main sump plug itself this time hasn't got a great deal on it, and that was one that had the big earth magnets on the bottom. So that's clean. Naturally there's nothing on the front because there's no magnet there. So overall, very little residue has been picked up from the motor this time compared to the first hit at 250 k. So that magnet on the sump plug on the first one picked up quite a lot of trash, and I think it was well worth the trouble putting it on. And you can see this one never had a magnet on it, it's still picking up a bit of rubbish. So as you can see, the oil's pretty dark at 750 k's on this bike. While you're at it, got this the other day. I bought a tax disc for the bike from over in England. I think that looks pretty good. Looks more period style with that on it. Okay guys, so here's what we're up to. Okay, I've checked out the oil which I had in this container. It looks pretty clean, so there's no metal or anything in that particular oil that came out of the bike. I've put the oil into a 3 litre milk container, which later on I'll dispose of later down at the local garage, which always takes your old oil for free. Now I've got another 3 litre container here. You might notice I've marked the side of it. So the best idea for me, the oil had only done 750 kilometres. I know the oil was correct when it was put in the bike, so I just mark it there. My preferred oil is penrite HPA gas 10W50. So I'll just put that oil straight up to in here, straight up to that level, and then I'll just pour it straight back into the bike, and then run it again, and then decide over the next week or two how far I'm going to run this oil before I do the next oil change. I suppose while we're at it there, you can have a look at how clean the new oil looks compared to the oil that came out of it 750 kilometres. And total cost of this oil and filter change is roughly 30 Australian dollars, including the eBay filter which I purchased from eBay and which come directly from India, and the pack at 10, I think at $35. So overall that's about all info I can tell you at this stage, and all this stuff works well. I've used this penrite HPR gas 10 in all the Enfields I've owned in the Classic 500 range, so I've had no trouble with it, so I'm pretty happy with that oil and will continue to use it. At this stage I've done a 250, I've now done a 1000 kilometre one. I think I'll run this to 2000 k's and then drop it. Well, that's the plan at the moment. So yeah, like I said, if you want to see the full detail on how I did this oil change, I'll leave a link in the description and we can go from there. Once again, thanks for tuning in, taking a look, and we'll catch up with you later.